Fellas, this is a tour of my 5-drawer U.S. General service cart from Harbor Freight. Just bought a new doggone computer. That's part of my tool haul. I'll put a video up of that a little later. I didn't mention that on my general toolbox tour, but these are the keys to my box. Each 4 pieces to the 44-inch set. I have those each color coded, so I can identify which key goes to what. Okay, now back to the cart. Up top, and I'm going to reconfigure this. This blue piece right here, at work, they're renovating some floors, and they're upgrading or putting in brand new handrails. Well, behind the handrails that hold them up to the wall are these sheets of aluminum, and that's what attaches them to the wall. So I got some scrap pieces from the contractors there, what they were not afraid to give away, for fear of getting in trouble, and made myself a new socket rail. This is my old one right here, and that's just a sheet of 1/4-inch plywood and whatnot, and I had attached these Harbor Freight socket rails to those, but it was such a much larger footprint, so with this I was able to downsize. I've got another piece that I'm going to replace the standard set with, and I'll show you guys the results when I get it done. On this side, I have, this is a set of Harbor Freight acetate handled screwdrivers. No, they're from Menards. Scratch that. They're from Menards. And they're cheap, but they're not that bad. Doggone 4-in-1 screwdriver from Home Depot. What do we have here? Extra long Pittsburgh screwdriver, all the way back there in the back. On the side, I have chemical trays. Go Pack Go. Oil change, strap wrenches, and the filter cups. So that's what I have there. Right there, that flip grip. Back in the day, when the Army first started getting Leatherman tools, well, I wasn't in the clique, I wasn't rated that I could get it up on free Leatherman, through the supply system and whatnot, So after they were handing those out, I was in Menards, and they happened to have these flip grip multi-tools there. So I bought one of those to have for myself. Part of my camera work here. I'm going to try to show you guys what this thing is. I've got it attached by magnets here. So it's just a generic multi-tool, in the vein of a Gerber or a Leatherman or something like that. Safety glasses, battery brush, a serpentine belt tool, the tools of regret, future content, those gator grips, oh my god, safety glasses. These are all metrics. Let me see, I got spline drive. These are a set of Bostitch mixed in with some Craftsman. Once I replace my Craftsman set, I've got some E-Torx from Pittsburgh, 1/4-inch, and I didn't think I'd find anything, U.S. made that had them on it, but I was working on my daughter's Taurus, and it actually has E-Torx bits on the rear brake drum. Let's see, I have ratchets, extendable ratchets. I have these little these little ratchets here that I got from, doggone it. This is one of my first purchases from Harbor Freight back in 1999. Little flex head ratchets. And now they are branded as Pittsburgh Pro, or used to be anyway. This is one of the Bostitch ratchets. That's a junkyard find. These two battery terminal wrenches that I haven't opened yet. Let's see. That one's a Bostitch. That's a Bostitch. This is an indexing ratchet from Task Force. I think that was from Menards way back when. Let me see here. What do we have? Forged alloy. I found this in the junkyard also. This is like a master mechanic. That's a junkyard find. Thumb wheels on it. You know, not too bad. Not too bad. This one is a Duralast. I found this in the junkyard. Somebody broke one, snapped the anvil off there in the junkyard, and they just tossed it in the dirt, you know, and left it there. And I found the body of it, so I took it to AutoZone and warrantied it out. And the one they gave me, they didn't have this particular number in stock, so they got me one that somebody else that had warranted out, you know, that apparently was missing a few teeth, you know, so just turning the anvil by hand, you know, felt like it was good to go. But once you try to apply some torque to it, you know, try to turn the fastener, it was no good, you know, so it would just jump teeth. Probably a 36 tooth. Let me see. Pittsburgh locking extension. This ratchet here probably came with a doggone gator grip. This is a spark plug socket. All of these are SAE on this side. Again with the Bostitch. I can't remember how many pieces that set came in, but this Bostitch set is really good. It's spline drive, but the length of them are almost like a mid-length, you know. Working with transverse engines, I really had to resort to these to get myself into places and whatnot. You know, the other sockets and stuff wouldn't fit. Master Force utility knife, going blind, old reader's glasses, more screwdrivers. This is Harbor Freight's 24-inch without the comfort grip. This one, what is this? Oh no, a KD half-inch ratchet wrench. Another Pittsburgh favorite, and the flat tip screwdriver, extra long, from Harbor Freight. Got the blue wrench going on. I got a Bluetooth speaker that's searching for this device that I'm recording with. My new avatar. I scraped this off of a Buick Regal. I think I've said before. Now that I go to the junkyard, you know, or now when I go to the junkyard, I'll scrape off a badge, you know, anything I've ever laid hands on, you know, I'll snatch the badge and put it on my box. Let's see here. Up top, metrics. These back here in the back, another regretful purchase. These are offset wrenches, Sears branded, not Craftsman, Sears. But about those in 1999, you know, to have something to put in my doggone toolboxes. And man, those things, oh, they are the worst. They are the worst. Metric line wrenches, no name. They're from Taiwan. Some of the Taiwan's earlier stuff. These black oxides are Harbor Freight's splined spline wrenches with the ratcheting open end. These double-ended ratcheting wrenches are from where are they from? Are they KD or no? These are Lang. Oh no, correction, K-Star. These are K-Star, and those were my first ratcheting wrench purchases back in like 2000. So these things are like 17 years old. I've updated them with a Pittsburgh set, you know, just to be current. But hey, there they are. Pittsburgh ratcheting wrenches there on the end, and these are another hodgepodge of, you know, various wrenches that I've bought over the years, from Craftsman to the Craftsman Evolve. These are, who made these? Footworks stubbies. And I think I got, damn, did I get these at Sears or Builder Square or where? All right. Same thing in standard. Down here, ignition wrenches from my original Craftsman set. I'm gonna half moon, 9/16 and 5/8. Got a wrench that I didn't modify myself, someone else did. I think I got that at a yard sale, or either helping my son-in-law move, you know, and some stuff that he had. I've got, check this out. That is a snap-on 9/16 5/8. You know, as rusty as it is, this is what I came back home to, you know. After I came home, you know, on leave and whatnot, you know, and looking at my damn tools, all my sockets and, you know, wrenches, you know, were looking like this. I'm like, what the? But at any rate, you know, that's why I started over, you know, rebuilding my collection and whatnot. And the fitment on these are still outstanding and whatnot. You know, it's still a functional tool. It has no chrome on it whatsoever, but man, this motherfucker, man, that damn line wrench rocks. Let me see, what is that one? Is also a snap-on. You know, these are some of the few snap-on tools that I have. I think this one is an Eastco from the Army days. All right, here, just more damaged sockets, but I had that magnetic tray, you know, so I just threw an assortment in there, you know, whatever fit, and threw them in there. N95 masks. I have some stethoscopes, some extra screwdrivers. Everything in that box right there is, you know, all Allen wrenches. Let's see, hex keys, Craftsman hex keys down there. Magnets and a magnetic light and an air pressure gauge. Let's see, what else did I have? Oh, mirror, that type of thing. Not too much. Let me see. Okay. Multimeters. That alternator, alternator tester from Harbor Freight. Test lights. Serpentine belt tool. Another badge. These are from the pass-through set. These sockets. Everything here is all pass-through. I've got the Pittsburgh set, and I bought a Cobalt set, you know, that were all quarter-inch drive stuff, you know, with adapters and all that good stuff, you know. So I plussed up that set with that. Spark plug, or spark gap tester or whatever. AC fill from a K&R 134. AC gauges, quick disconnects, that type of thing. Down here, that's the first impact wrench that I'd ever bought. And I bought that back in '99 at Menards. It's a tool shop brand, you know, click style torque wrench, an old Craftsman 3.6 volt cordless screwdriver, a couple of pairs of gloves, gray pneumatic. I'm going to switch some impacts over here. I'm going to switch these impacts, my Pittsburgh impacts, over to here, and the Craftsman Evolves. And I'm going to either put Craftsman or gray pneumatic, or I mean not Craftsman, Tecton or gray pneumatic. You know, I'm going to upgrade those, and I'm going to switch the old stuff over to here to the service cart. I have a turkey baster, center pneumatic, half-inch impact. That thing had seized up on me, and John Gibson saved my bacon. Hey man, spray that sucker in some WD-40 and let it sit overnight, you know, and it worked like a charm. You know, now it's back to life. Half-inch impact gun, and that's about it for there. Blue wrench, cool. A couple more badges. Underneath are a bunch of chemicals, you know, PB blaster, belt conditioner, that copper spray gasket. I love that stuff. MAP sensor fluid. Hey, Hard Knocks Forge put me on to the acetone and transmission fluid as a rust breaker. That stuff works like a charm, you know. And I never heard of it until he made that video. And then once he made his, you know, then I saw, you know, like 9,000 videos, you know, everybody doing the same thing. So just a bunch of fluids and stuff like, or chemicals and stuff back there. Rain-X glass cleaner, tranny fluid, and that's where it all started from. You know, started from the bottom. Now I'm here. You know, the doggone Drill Masters, cheapo sets of Harbor Freight tools and whatnot. You know, I'm gonna make a doggone open letter video to Mike Schmidt. You know, about how he's pricing the doggone current Hercules and Bauer, you know, tools and whatnot. You know, it's ridiculous, man. You're charging way too much for them and whatnot. You know, that's not the price point, and that's not why we go to Harbor Freight. You know, to pay through the nose for old technology and whatnot. You know, that's why I wouldn't recommend buying the old Chicago Electric NiCad technology. You don't buy that shit because it's NiCad. NiCad is done. You know, don't buy that. You know. Let's see. Up top, we got an ambulance and an ambulance chaser. Freebie light. Go Pack Go. Again, I said, you know, that I had just about every LED light that Harbor Freight has to offer and whatnot. You know, from that one, the 40-watt model, the underhood light, spotlight, everything. You guys recognize that as my old avatar. I was in the engineer branch in the Army. Cool. Bronze Star from Afghanistan and whatnot. I was stunned. Yeah, I didn't think that I did anything that much more outstanding than anybody else. You know, and when I got that award, you know, I was speechless. I was floored. That's an old... Hey, man, we got war stories to tell, man, you know, from all the vets. Tony the Tech, Justin Dow, and other guys, you know, all you vets out there, you know. We got some war stories to swap. So this is a ribbon rack from U.S. Metals. I used to... what was the site I used to go to? Man, they were so expensive, but U.S. Metals, you know, was so much more reasonable, you know. So I had ordered that and screwed it up, you know, and didn't get all of my ribbons or medals in. I'm Stricken06. Again, that's the a YouTuber that I had been following for a long time, and he was the first guy, you know, that offered to send me a magnet and whatnot, you know, or stickers, you know, from his channel. CAB, All Army Baby, VFW. Alright, gentlemen, that about wraps this one up. I will see you in the meantime.